Let's see. Ooh, you can go. We can control screen brightness. Good morning. Welcome to A1 Vacuum and Sewing's live stream for, I almost said Tuesday, Wednesday, the 13th of April. God, it went from like summer to like full on almost winter.
I was so cold, so I called Patrick this morning because I am driving his car, which is now
Violet's
Violet's
spoiled
car.
Jeannie is.
This is how spoiled I am. And I think we're like this with some of our machines, right?
This is how sewing machines work too.
Yes, you get spoiled. I'm like,
You're like,
it doesn't have
I
a cut
must
button.
have a cut button.
I don't have auto pivot.
I must have auto pivot. I must have a built-in camera.
Yeah, I gotta have a built-in camera. I got in the car and I didn't bring a jacket or anything. I have a heated steering wheel in my car, so I touched it. I was like, ooh.
And then she calls me. My next car have a heated steering wheel.
Is that so spoiled? So we ordered the electric Volkswagen car. Did we order that in July?
It was like June or July.
June or July of last year, and they just kept pushing it out, and we finally heard that they don't even know because the wiring harnesses.
Yeah, 96% of all wiring harnesses for European automobiles come out of a factory in Ukraine.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's problematic.
So
That
get
is-
ready for no European automobiles.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, anyways,
So,
quick service update. We're still within a couple of days on sewing machines, but it does appear that the vacuums are probably closer to like 3 to 4 days out. We've continued to have some supply chain challenges on the it's not replaceable. Whoa, that's crazy. All right. So anyways, yeah, that's interesting. So so that is that.
he doesn't even know what he's talking about.
No. I just learned that we shipped an old Scan and Cut, and how it broke in shipping is not reparable.
Oh, they can't fix it.
They can't fix it.
Yeah.
Which is, I'm like,
Too bad.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God, Terry! Patrick!
I wasn't even at home this morning. I had plans to go to the gym.
So
I was up and out. Like I
last
woke
night
up at 5:50.
we went into we have like a family room. I went in there and we were watching just a little bit of TV, and then we were gonna do some work. So I
was ready.
If Patrick was ready, I went to Violet's room and I laid down, and all I remember her saying is, "You look." She was like, "You look like you're dead." Because when I sleep, I'll sleep like this on my back, and I'll like do this or cross my
So I
hands.
expect her when she gets up to get up like Nosferatu style, like, like
So all I remember her going, "You look like you're dead," and then I just like passed out. So
I was like downstairs, like waiting, because she's like, I'm gonna go see the kids, and then like a half an hour later, I'm like, is she upstairs? So I like yelled her name a couple times, and then I walked out and walked to Violet's room, and I'm like, where's Mom? And she's like, she's taking a nap. At which point I'm like, oh,
bad idea. So that was probably around 9:30.
No, it was earlier than that.
9?
It was like 8.
No, but when I woke up from my nap.
That was at 10.
And I was like, oh, it's time to go to bed. I was like, I'm going to brush my teeth really fast because I didn't want to wake myself back up again. I'm just going to go back to bed. And I could not fall asleep. 2:30 rolls around and I'm still not able to sleep. Well, at midnight I go, screw it. I had promised somebody a video that I didn't do because I was napping. So I got up and I went downstairs, and I'll post it today. And it was just a little serger video. I did a video on how to turn corners, how I turn corners. So I'll post that. I posted it to YouTube. I will post it to Facebook right now. So
is that our Technique Tuesday?
Well, Michelle did a video. Did you post that?
I hadn't posted those yet. I was going to talk about them this morning. So, and then she has another one today. So we'll post more videos over the course of the week, but we'll give them we'll do a serger video. Post the one I'll
she sent you.
I'll post one of the three I have.
So Michelle's has a video. Is it on?
I haven't posted it
Connect?
They're both My Connection.
Okay, it's on My Connection. And that's going to be the connection between Scan and Cut and the Luminaire. So she'll post that. I will post. I was like, should I do more videos? I just did that one video. I'll do another video today with the belt looper tool, and I wanted to do something on the rolled hem because there's so many things you can do. Linda Lancaster on this serger that you probably don't even know that you can do that are going to be absolutely amazing. So, but there is I will post that video, and it's just going to be some people don't know how to turn a corner when you
Gail's
when you
like, I saw the surgery video on Facebook. I was like, ooh. And then I was like,
did I call
she
it
must
surgery?
be talking about the surgery video.
Did I call it? It could have
No,
been.
I think it just probably auto.
You never know what is going to happen at midnight
2 a.m. in the morning with Jeannie.
At 2 a.m. in the morning. So
I passed out last night. Like, I was like, I got to get up at 6. So, but then the dog kept me awake. I just heard the dog walking from room to room.
My kids, I hear no Momo. And then I guess Kai had eaten dinner in his bedroom last night, and he ate chicken, and he left his plate there. So Momo this morning pushed the door open, went in, and ate all the chicken bones, and you know how bad that can be. So I'm just glad they didn't splinter and choke him. And but I guess Kai said he woke up to the sound of Momo eating chicken bones.
He loved that.
Oh, he's so naughty. He's so cute.
Our past dog, one time we were making dinner, and dinner was a Costco rotisserie chicken. And so I put the chicken in the middle of the table and like went outside to like get Jeannie and the kids and help everybody come inside. And we came inside, and I just see my dog and the chicken was gone.
You know when they try to do it so fast.
Well, but like he probably had a couple minutes to do it, but he had eaten the entire rotisserie chicken. It was completely gone.
It's a husky. I mean,
So that's Donna.
It's Donna. He's like 60 pounds, so you know how they are. But anyways, I think Momo totally enjoyed that. Okay, let's talk about a couple of things. Number one. I'm gonna finish doing. If you're okay with the Liberty pillow having a couple substitutions, I'll send out an email today and just let me know. And they're gonna be close substitutions, but I'm not gonna have that floral, the red with the little tiny flowers. I think I told you yesterday. They said it was supposed to be here on the 8th. And they're not going to send it to me till the end of the month. So I don't want to hold it up if you're chomping at the bit to get it done. We're not going to start our sew along though. It's what's the date today?
So share screen you do from Jeannie's. So
today is what's today, Patrick? The 13th.
Today is the 13th.
I'm shooting to start our sew along on the 2nd. So if you can wait, we'll have the everything. If you can't wait, let me know, because I know you ladies are all so active on all these like Kimberbell sites, and you're like, you start to get jealous because you see everyone has their kit and everyone's starting to make it. But then I know there's a group of you who are just super busy doing everything else. You know, you're like, it's fine. I can wait 2 weeks. So if you can't wait, send me a note. I'll make some substitutions. If you, yes, that fabric. If you can wait, just wait. If you can't wait, let me know, because I will be making those if you're like dying to get it right now. She Who Sews came in. Can they see that? Oh, it's all the way over here.
So the one that's for your sewing.
So She Who Sews came in. That's what I've been waiting for to
What
kit
is
out
that?
the serger bags. This is She Who Sews. Oh my God, it's so cute. Okay, this is gonna be the serger bag, and this fabric, I know it's still in the plastic. Can you see it with is that cute or what? It is so stinking cute. So this came in yesterday. How cute is this? Is this so adorable? This is like the tape measure fabric. Can you just move that so I can, just this, Patrick.
Okay.
Look at this. It has buttons on it, and it's like a grayish color with the buttons. Oh my, it is so cute. This
Jeannie's
is going to be
all about the grayish.
I love grayish. You hear me say it all the time. And then there's these, which are so cute. And they're going to be adorable. Yeah, these are sewing machines. Like the white with the sewing machines on it. So this is going to be She Who Sews. And I've been waiting to put the class on because I want to kit it out and figure out how much fabric and all of that stuff. So, oh God, it is so cute. I just look at it. I'm like, I just love it. So, and there's a couple more
Marlene
fabrics that
asks,
are coming.
Is that the only fabric missing for Kimberbell?
Yes. Yeah. It's just that. It's but that's supposed to be the back. So who cares, right? I mean, it's one scrap, 5x5, and it's the back fabric. So I can make a substitution for you with the back fabric. So if you're dying to get it, we can substitute any Kimberbell. And I was thinking, because the border is the blueberry, I think, that I almost rather have, well, it doesn't matter, you know? I'm not going to say anything because everyone has a different opinion. But yes, I think that is the only thing that is missing. She Who Sews is so cute. Look at the little spools. Is that like, it is so cute. So I'm going to be kitting this out. I'm going to be kitting out that project. And I keep talking to you about it, but the project is, it's the serger bag. So this is a serger project. It is National Serger Month. And it has all of these pockets on the inside. So I'm going to make you a nice little kit. So you're not going to have to go running around looking for the foam, looking for the hardware, looking for any of it. Only thing you're going to have to add is going to be thread. So, and then Michelle was working on, our pillow and the Scan-A-Cut thing. So excited about that. I mean, the 1.5 inch squares, the machine's going to cut them all for you. It's going to be perfect. And it's going to draw your sew line, the diagonal, so you don't have to do that. I use my guideline marker, but if you don't have a guideline marker, the Scan-A-Cut is
huge
gonna,
difference.
the Scan-A-Cut's going to draw it for you. So all of those little 32 inch, just think about just loading it on there, setting it up, and then having it cut, and it can draw too. Put in your cartridge, put in your pen, draws your sew line.
So that goes back to, and this goes back almost 2 years to when the SDX 230DX was launched. But when they increased the resolution of the machine, and I was talking to people that were at Brother B2B, which is when Brother launches new machines. And there was a bunch of stuff to talk about that year. Like, it's been funny because during the pandemic, we haven't seen a ton of new machines just because factories haven't been totally tooled up. And we're trying to keep up with demand for a totally different kind of sewing machine over the course of the pandemic. But even with everything that was launched in 2019, I was calling other dealers because I think that was the year that we had sent Shauna, and we were getting an update from Shauna, but I was still talking to other dealer friends just to see what their big takeaway was. And literally at the end of that year, the big takeaway was scan and cut has made die cutters obsolete. Like,
You know what? I don't think that's true. So there's a time and there's a place for everything. And as somebody who doesn't sew really and doesn't but
the machine had stepped really into the world of consistent and solid fabric cutting.
Yes.
And that was pre-rotary blade, which I think has made another huge difference.
And the rotary blade really is going to make the difference when you're cutting specialty fabric. The fabric blade is still what you're going to use for most of your cutting.
Right.
So there are a couple of questions. Diane asked if she needed to bring the embroidery arm in for her service.
So there's very little that we can do with the embroidery arm. It's literally like a couple drops of oil. If you bring it in, we will open it, make sure that it is clean, make sure that there are no physical blocks in there, and we'll add that couple drops of oil. But for the most part, if everything's moving freely and the embroidery arm is not is not having issues, there's really not a whole lot that we can do to it.
Yeah.
Regarding,
I know there's some shops that charge a whole
there's a whole service fee for it.
For the embroidery arm, and there's really
I charge about $10 for it.
Yeah.
So it's not that big of a deal, and I tell most people not to worry about it because for most folks, the embroidery unit really, like I said, it's like 2 drops of oil. There's very little lubrication in those, and it's more about making sure that there's no problem. So if your embroidery arm is making more noise and you want us to service it, we'll do it.
I've never had an embroidery arm serviced.
Well, but unlike most shops,
should we do that?
Unlike most shops, I don't charge a ton for it because it doesn't take very long. But I do charge a little bit more for the embroidery arm. How long is yearly maintenance on the Luminaire? So for sewing and embroidery machines, the recommended maintenance interval is 3 million stitches. In this environment, I feel like it's important to service a machine definitely within every 2 years.
Darn it.
You serviced your machine a year ago, so you're
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did, because I brought it in.
No, you didn't.
Around Christmas a year ago.
No,
like,
we
not
did
last year, but the year
No,
before.
we did not, because we sold my Luminaire one, and this is the Luminaire 2.
No, but you were having a problem with the Luminaire 2, and I brought it in. It wasn't cutting or something. So, anyways, I would tell people in this environment it's really important to service a machine at least every 2 years, but roughly every 18 months I think is important because machines dry out. And in this environment, it's funny when I talk to other dealers, they don't see a lot of lockdown machines. Like they don't see machines that are so dry that they just are locked down. But talk to a dealer in Utah or other desert areas
where it just locks up.
And we're really caught up right now, Libby, so it'd be a good time to do it.
Yeah.
Plus, we haven't seen you forever, so.
So sewing embroidery machines every 3 million stitches. Everything else, sewing only every million stitch if you have a stitch count, and then every year to 2 years, 2 years at the most.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most people do not service their machines enough. It's really common for me to see machines that are having some pretty significant issues and people are fired up why does this happen? And it's well, you're at 6 million stitches and I haven't seen you for 2 years and your machine's totally dry and now it's totally bound down. Is there a timing unit in the embroidery arm? No. The embroidery arm initializes at its limits, which is why when you turn the machine on and the machine moves all the way to the left and then all the way forward, and then the actual slide for your embroidery hoop slides all the way to the back and then all the way to the middle. What the machine is doing is it's testing its limits. And so So is there traditional timing in that embroidery arm? No. However, if you bump your embroidery arm, or if something physically stops the embroidery arm from moving where it should move, the embroidery unit can get lost. And that's kind of like getting out of time. So if you were to slide your hoop on and you push your hoop back an inch, the machine doesn't recognize that movement. It only recognizes the movement that it does, which is part of the reason why when people call and tell us, well, my design's off
An inch,
or my design's off a quarter inch or something like that, that we will tell you that that it's physical. Like the machine only recognizes when it's trying to move. And so if the machine tries to move and does not, that creates problems. Or if the machine is bumped, it's very, very common, like hoops hit something behind it, hoops hit something behind and to the left of it.
Good job, Carolyn Farlow.
Yeah,
the
I mean,
stitches
that
on.
actually, if you've got that many stitches on your Altair, it's worth just leaving it for service right now.
Yeah.
And just getting it done. So anyways, I just saw, it was the first time that I'd seen it in the 7 years that we've owned the store, but we just saw a Dream Machine. The customer was complaining that the stitches were off, but like they were off at random. And so when we took the embroidery unit, I don't want you guys to do it because they're probably connected to the machine, but I will move the embroidery unit, and ladies were told never to do that. And so people kind of hit the panic button a little bit when I do it. But part of what I'm feeling for when I do that is, yeah, it's time for service, Cindy, sometime soon.
Oh yeah.
We do that when the machine is not connected. We also know how not to force it. Like if there is something, like I've seen pins get caught in the belt on those units. I've seen lint well, that's what I was going to say. So for the first time ever, this woman brought her embroidery unit in, and her designs were kind of all over the place. And when I tested her embroidery unit, you could feel like where the embroidery unit was stopping. And so when I got into the machine, there was so much lint
In there.
in the belt. It was caught in the belt of the embroidery unit, and it's a geared.
Patrick needs to help her. I think it's
Here, you
Let me
jump in and help her.
And you can talk about
no,
And
it's
then-
her phone. She can't get her phone to reverse back to the, and I don't. She's not on right now. She's gonna call. She was gonna call back. I'm gonna try it again.
So there was so much lint in her embroidery unit that it was causing, it would, like, the embroidery would get lost. It would get hung up and it wouldn't move past this lint. And then, the next time it went to stitch, it didn't know where it was. So, that was the first time I've seen that. And she essentially told me that she'd been doing nothing but these, like they were like minky embroideries on minky. So yeah, bring it down to us in June for sure, Cindy. And we'll try to get it serviced for you. But it is a great time to bring your sewing machine for service, because we are basically as caught up as we could be. It sounds like we're having an issue with Paradise, so I'm going to get things running. I think there are some other classes to talk about that will bring you ladies up to speed on tomorrow. Keep an open eye for Michelle's Technique Tuesday videos. I will post, she sent me 3 of them, and I will post one more. And we will go from there. So you ladies have a great day. You've got stuff to talk about?
Stuff. Don't hang up on me
Oh,
yet.
okay.
All right.
Did they need me up there? or-
Yes, the guy wants
Okay.
his rollers for his vacuum.
Gotcha. It's sitting. Oh,
Hello. Okay.
you're still waiting on.
So these are a couple of classes that posted yesterday
This is one of the multi-needle mastery courses. So on this one, this is for your 6 needle or 10 needle. This one focuses on being able to use your snowman marker or your LED crosshairs to position correctly on your multi-needle machine. We're also using a built-in font. We're using the color shuffle or color simulator on the baby lock, I think is what it's called. I'm not sure, that word escaped me. We're adding fonts, we're resizing, and we're doing this all in your 4x4 hoop on a pre-made item. On the other side, I'll be demoing how to use the Durkee hoops or fast frames if you don't have those, to show how you can quickly hoop in those for items like this. So this one's up on the schedule already. Basic knowledge. You need to know how to thread your machine. This is not a threading your machine class. It's a 2-hour class on positioning. So you should know how to thread your machine and just be kind of somewhat familiar. You don't have to be proficient, as we're going to go through all of those steps one step at a time. And then for my Scan and Cut Club, I have a really cute Mother's Day card. So this is 3-dimensional. And it's got cardstock. You'll be using, it's got pen on it. So I used a gold pen and my small barrel pen holder to decorate. And it was just a lot of fun. So this one's up on the schedule as well. For the Scan and Cut class, you only need to have taken your Get to Know Your Scan and Cut series, that 4-hour introductory class. Because this again is not, we don't talk through all of those introductory things. We go right into the project. So this one's up for Mother's Day. And then the videos that I posted for Patrick, I put one video is on how to establish my connection between your luminaire and your 330 or 335 Scan and Cut. So only those 3 items are you can link. So the luminaire and the newer Scan and Cut. So the first video is how to make that connection, how to establish that connection. The second video is how to take a design that's built in on the Scan and Cut, and I used the orange slice that's in there for this example, and send that over to your luminaire so that you can make it an applique in my design center. So that one was kind of fun. And then you can send the pieces back to the Scan and Cut so it can cut them. The third one I did this weekend because I was just really having fun playing. This is a design that I purchased from iBroidery. It's Cruella. But what I did was I made a patch and then sent the patch file back. I made the patch on the luminaire because this is one of those designs from iBroidery that are actually encrypted to the luminaire. So I brought it up on the luminaire, made a patch out of it using the patch feature on the luminaire, and then sent the patch pieces back to the Scan and Cut to cut the base. And then I also ended the video with a little tutorial on how to put the patch attach stuff on the back of the patch. So, and this was a really fun, and this one I'm working on this one today for a class for that My Connection. And then
so is that going to be, so it's a My Connection class and a Scan and Cut class?
So yes, the My Connection is Scan and Cut and Luminaire. So
okay,
if you have those 2 items, you should have already taken the Get to Know Your Scan and Cut class. Sorry, I have to not pound on the table. You should have taken the Get to Know Your Scan and Cut class. And pretty much that's it, where the My Connection will cover the My Connection in the beginning. There's a video out there. It's really quite simple to do. And
so does this mean that people that have the Solaris and all the other machines can't take the class?
No, this is Luminaire and My Connection only with Scan and Cut.
But is it a patch class, and can people who want to take, can you offer another one?
Yes.
If it's a patch class, I know people
would
like to take
No.
class.
I'm actually going. It's actually going to evolve into a regular patch class that will include either BES Blue, Simply Applique, BES 4 if you have that, if you have palette or PE design and you've taken your software classes, you know you can make a patch in software as well. So it would be a basic software class using the Scan and Cut to cut the base. I fell in love with this poly patch twill working with it. I really didn't know how much I loved it.
So question for you, because you just listed like 4 different softwares. Are you going to do a class with each one separately?
Nope.
Or can you combine
So
all of them together?
For the patch class, we're only doing patches. So that means I can do all 3 of the BES. If you have any of the 3 BESs, I'll do a little pre-class video on how to find the patches in the software, because that's all I'm going to cover in that. And then any of those 3 can play.
I don't think many people have BES. Who's got BES out there? Does anyone have BES? Because it might be more...
I love you too, Betty.
It might be something where more people could participate for palette, but I don't...
Yeah, no, absolutely. It can evolve. If I have enough interest, I can make it be a PE design palette class. PE design palette I cannot combine with BES BES Blue or Simply Applique, because it's totally different platform.
So a lot of people keep asking about the Scan and Cut pillow. I'm going to show it to you again. And
so if you have any of those 3,
I don't know what happened.
can you do it with Simply Applique? You can create a patch with Simply Applique. So to be clear, BES Dream 4, BES Blue, and BES Simply Applique are the identical software platforms. You just get more as you go up the line. So all 3 of those have the exact same patch designs in them. So that's why, yes.
Miss Diane has it.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the pillow people keep asking about. Do you mind if I
Nope.
put this in front
Please
here?
do.
So this started out as a hand-stitched design, and it's a class Michelle and I are going to do together. Michelle's going to do the portion of the class that's going to be Scan and Cut, where you're going to be scanning in the image.
They're not. Oh, that image. Yes, I thought you meant the blocks, and I'm like, oh no, we're going to make our own blocks.
You're gonna scan in the image, and then Michelle's gonna show you how to create the cut files and like load them all up so you can cut all the fabric. And it's gonna be the perfect project if you've never cut fabric for something like this, because you're gonna have those perfect 1.5 inch squares, and we talked about drawing the line and all that exciting stuff. I'm going to do the second class, which is going to be the IQ designer class, where once that image is in, I'm going to show you how to put it into either Design Center or IQ Designer, and we are going to apply line properties, fill properties. I'm going to show you how to add pixels, get rid of pixels, how to separate out things so that we can, just with a click, go ahead and change something to a blanket stitch. I mean, I love the leaves. Look at the leaves. I was able to apply the blanket stitch to those. So just a regular stitch with everything else. We're going to apply some fills too that we're going to stitch out. So we're going to modify it even more from what I have here on the sample. And then the actual piecing part, I don't know if we're going to, do you guys need that? Do you want to, that's not my forte. I mean, it came out fine. This could be 4 different classes, because it could be the Scan and Cut part, the IQ designer part, the piecing part, and then I did my whole construction on the serger. So, I mean, it could be a little bit of everything.
So, define what you mean by 2 classes, Nancy.
Is it going to be 2? It's gonna be the Scan and Cut class, and it's gonna be the IQ designer class for sure. We have to piece it together, don't we?
I think so.
We have to do that.
So one of the things I experimented with, I have it all in Scan and Cut. One of the things I experimented with yesterday, and I'm really excited to test today, is I drew the stitching line on the fabric so that when you cut those 32 1.5 by 1.5 inch squares, when you get done, the Scan and Cut will draw the line down the center for your, the geese are flying, right? The flying geese. So I think that's kind of a cool feature of having a Scan and Cut. And
I think, you know what? It might be broken into 4 classes, and you can join in for any
whichever
of those
one
classes.
you want, yeah.
If you don't have a Scan and Cut, we'll give you the file that you can use. We'll convert it for you.
Yeah.
You could scan it on your machine, but the cleaner.
You know that, yeah, they don't want to do that.
It's
They
gonna
won't
be
get that clean line.
Yeah, it's gonna be cleanest if we can bring it in via a USB. So
Once they bought the pattern, we can just scan it in and send
yeah,
them the
you
image,
do need
right?
to buy the pattern. You do need to buy the pattern, and so Michelle's going to be working on the scan and cut part today, and then I'll work on the whole kit and like what the cost is going to be. That's why it's not up there yet. We do have the pattern. The pattern's up on the website right now, so you can purchase the pattern if you want. It is called Land of Liberty, kind of. Don't get it confused with the Kimberbell project, but it is called Land of Liberty. Betty Stagner, you have really good eyes. I will show
No,
you
she
that
asked-
fabric
She
tomorrow.
asked yesterday.
About the
you
fabric?
Yes, you have to tell her today.
It's so pretty. And you know what's happening is I haven't it's not on the promotion page. I could send something
It's so
to Christine.
gorgeous.
But people that keep coming in are shopping on, you know how I told you they shop on the table? So this is all I have left. I had 3 of these, so I have 1 left.
This is so beautiful.
This is Tulip Tango. It is from Moda. And it's absolutely gorgeous. I have it on the website. I only have 1 left. I can get more of them. So if something sells out, send me a note and go, I really want that at the deal of the day price. It's $107.99 and I have it on the site at 25% off. So if you love this, there's one of them on there. I don't have it on the promotions page. You have to Google or do a search on our page for Tulip Tango. Dun, dun,
Dun,
dun.
dun. I don't tango. Do you
I
tango?
don't tango either.
No.
I don't dance.
So,
All right.
yes, Nancy, you're right. It is eye candy, and A1 always has the best
Oh my
eye
God.
candy.
I've gotten so many emails about product that's coming in.
Half
can
the
you
time
do
we
me a
don't
favor
even...
and can you grab the nursery rhymes quilt?
Oh, yeah,
for
yeah.
me?
It's on the wall there.
The nursery rhymes
Oh,
one
the one
is?
on the back, you mean? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Do you mind grabbing
Nope.
it? Okay. This is another Moda line that's just come out, and this is called Promenade. It is 3 sisters. So this one here is Tina Gibbons. If you're a Tina Gibbons fan, this one is 3 sisters, and you know everything they come out with is so super duper sweet. I mean, look at the print on that. I love fat quarter packs. Like for instance, that this is all fat quarter pack. This is from Belle Isle, which is that Moda kind of like, it looks like 4th of July, but it's not like traditional 4th of July. And I have made placemats, pillows. I have made, oh here, I'll just take that. You don't have to. I've made so many different things. So I love fat quarter packs because I can just grab it. My fabric's all coordinated and I can just do whatever projects I want. Like this is fat quarter pack. So everything matches. Everything comes together and it's enough to do small projects. And when it's not enough, I just piece stuff together. So this is Promenade. This one is, because there's more of the fat quarters in here, it's $143.99 and it's on the site for 25% off. I also have the jelly rolls. So I love jelly rolls. And so when I do Anita Good quilts, and I know there's a lot of you that do Anita Good quilts, and whenever it has the built-in sashing, so I had Michelle bring this up because this is fairy tales. No, this isn't fairy tales. This is nursery rhymes. So when I did this, I just bought a jelly roll because everything was coordinated and I used it for all the sashing pieces. So I didn't have to go through and pick out all those different pieces. I didn't have to cut them down because these ask for 2-inch strips. Your jelly roll is going to be 2.5 inches. So it's a little bit bigger, but everything's cut. I just lay it down and just go. So if you wanted to do one of these, it would be so cute with this fabric.
rolls are the bomb.
You could just buy this jelly roll and all your strips are cut and they're already coordinated. This would be a perfect one if you wanted to do fairy tales, if you wanted to do nursery rhymes. I'm trying to think of which other ones they have, but any of the ones that have the sashing, it's all done. You don't have to do any of the thinking. Just get your design and start stitching. Get your background fabric for the main background fabric, throw your jelly roll in with it, and you are ready to go. Will you need, okay. So, Michelle, they're asking, where did you go, Michelle?
Right here.
So they're asking, do they need a fabric mat for that class?
For which class?
I'm assuming that you're talking about the pillow, the Sweet
Yes.
Land of Liberty pillow.
Yes.
So what are they going to do if they can't get a fabric mat? Because we've ordered them and we're waiting.
So I'm going to test it today using, I brought my fabric blade, using a fabric blade, but not using the fabric mat, using the standard mat. So I'm going to test that. So I've been doing a lot of, oh, thank you, Heather Mundy. I love Head Secretary Mundy.
Secretary.
I don't know what we
everyone,
do.
there are your links. If it sells out and you really want it, these are normally $44.99, and I have them on the site for 25% off. So if you really want it and it sells out, this is all stuff they have in stock right now. Moda just takes me about a week to get in. So just email me, because I didn't make it so you could keep buying it, but just email me.
Yeah, so I think a fabric mat is necessary for anybody that cuts fabric, and that's regardless of whether you have a rotary cutter or not. So one of the things I discovered with the rotary cutter is you use the rotary cutter for things you cannot cut with your ordinary blade. So like minky, felt, sequined fabric, wool, stretch knits, things like that. You use your thin fabric blade and a fabric mat if you're going to cut quilting cotton. The rotary blade, number one, will take you 20 times as long to cut. It's designed to cut specialty fabric, so I am never giving up my fabric mat and my thin fabric auto blade. So just so that you know, if you don't have those, we do have the cartridges and the blades here in class.
And we ordered, I think I
store.
probably ordered 15 of the fabric mats, and we're just waiting.
So the good thing is I still have, so it's been 2 years in February since Brother, and I was one of the testers for the original fabric mat. I still have my original fabric mat that has no markings on it.
Wow.
So that mat is now 3 years old, and I am still using that same mat.
So if you take care of your mat, it should last a long time.
Yeah, so do I think you need a fabric mat? Yes, I think you need a fabric mat, because there's no more of using that high-tack fabric support sheet that you could never get on without the bubbles. And yeah, you definitely need it.
So how about who got a fabric mat with their original?
So originally,
with their original machine,
you got it when they launched the 200 series. So if you had a 225, if you had a 230, maybe some of the mass market machines had it, but it came with a fabric mat because those machines were the first ones to really target people that cut fabric exclusively.
So I have a 230, so I have a fabric mat and a fabric blade.
Yeah, you probably if you didn't get a fabric mat in the box, you got the fabric blade, which is the tan cartridge.
Okay, and that class is gonna be pushed out. It's probably not gonna be until, I just want to make sure I can get some of that stuff in. So it's probably gonna be mid-May. So we're probably a month out from that. So don't worry about that.
Don't worry about it. I mean, I will come up with an alternative solution if you don't get a fabric mat. So don't worry. And I'm going to experiment on that when I cut today on whether what mat and blade would be more appropriate. If you can still get a cartridge, a fabric cartridge and a thin fabric blade, and cut fabric on your standard tack mat. It just sticks better on the fabric mat.
It's stickier. Low tack is not as sticky as standard, which is not as sticky as fabric. Is that how it goes?
Yes.
Okay.
The oldest baby lock would be the Elegante, wouldn't it? Would not be the Quattro?
What is the oldest No. Well, I don't know. I don't know all the brother models, but it's going to be it's going to be Dream Machine Destiny, Stellar, Altair, Meridian,
multi-needle, 10-needle machine.
Your XE1, your XJ1. I'm not sure what the Quattro is. Is that
the Quattro was before
Dream Machine?
It's before Dream Machine.
So nothing before Dream Machine. Nothing before Dream Machine is going to have that IQ designer in it, or the design center. Also, I talked to my Hoffman rep, and so I did order all those poinsettia bolts, so we can do stitch to light.
I can't wait for that.
Those are not going to be in until the very beginning of May, so look for that stitch to light class to be closer to the end of May, so I can get it, and then I can get it to you, because we have a lot of people that take classes with us from out of town. That's
one of those
fun.
Christmas in July class. That would be great.
Oh my God.
That's Christmas in July.
We'll probably do Christmas in July. It might be June, because I don't know if I can wait. I don't think I can wait.
You can wait till just the 1st. Christmas in
I
July.
might be able to wait,
Christmas
but
in July
it
is
is
so fun.
gorgeous. And
It is.
if you don't know what we're talking about, make sure that you buy, because it's on sale right now. It's normally $129.99 for the design pack. That's a lot of money.
It is.
It's on sale for $34.99, and I don't even have an affiliate link. But you got to get the design now for the panel, and I think you do need a 9.5 by 14 inch hoop to be really able fit it. No, there's options on there. There's options on there. I think 9.5 by 14 is the biggest one, and then I think there was an option for 8 by 12 and all of that. So just look at the design.
But you will be doing that with machines that
Have a camera.
Have a camera. So it has to be either like Dream, Destiny, Stellar,
All the ones that
Altair,
we
Meridian.
just,
Yeah,
all the ones we
gotta
listed.
have a camera.
All the ones we listed for the IQ Designer, those are the same machines that you're going to need for this class. And not that you can't do it with a machine that's smaller format, smaller hoop sizes.
It's just so different to present that information.
Well,
in
I'm
the
not doing
class.
it. Not that
Yeah.
you can't do it. I am not going to
We're
be
not
doing
doing
it. But you just have to work with, you're going to have to work with your grids, and then you're going to have to put in, you draw the centering marks. So it's just more work, and we don't have time for all of that in the class. What is the oldest? No. How do you know how much the panel's probably going to be like $16.99.
Wouldn't it be about the same as the Hoffman panel?
Yeah, so the Hoffman panel is the Dream panel is $16. I don't know if the prices went up, but it'll probably be about $16.99. And if you take the class, we usually give you a 20% discount.
So Rita, your Elissimo, which would have been the Brother 4000D, has a program that's on a stick that you plug into the side of the machine that is nowhere near what we have today. So as far as using it for like this type of a project, I don't know that would actually be possible. So it's come a long way since then.
The silence on that. So, and just keep in mind, there are some internet machines that we can sell. So if you are in Florida, Miss Rita, there are internet machines that we can sell you. Certain machines like the Luminaire and Solaris, we can't sell those outside of our territory, but something like the Stellaire we can, I think, right? Or
yeah,
I think those are internet machines.
Just the embroidery only on both the Stellaire and the Meridian have IQ Designer or My Design Center on them, so you could just do the embroidery only, right? Correct for that? Because the Stellar XG.
But there's internet specials that we can sell nationwide.
Oh, okay.
And
I
then
get
there are machines that you have to buy from your local dealer that we can't sell outside of our territory.
Got it.
And we support those if we sell them to you, because we do so many of our classes via Zoom. So you'll still get all your get to know you classes, and we can take care of that. So if anyone is thinking about getting a machine, please reach out to us and we'll let you know. We'll let you know if we can.
They should all have a machine with a camera, huh, Jeannie? Yes. So that they can all play.
And depending on how many people sign up, there probably will be a class that's going to be Solaris and Luminaire, Destiny, Dream Machine. And then there'll be another class for Stellar, Meridian, all the people that have the app, so we can all kind of work together. So I'll probably divide it out into 2 different classes. Any idea how long the wait is? I have no idea. Send me a note and I will look. But I don't think it's that long. I think I have maybe 5 people that had requested fabric mats. But just send me a note.
Was there shipping confirmation on it yet?
Nope. I'll let you know as soon as I get shipping. I'll send my rep a note today, and I'll see. And hopefully tomorrow I can give you an update as to when we're going to get those. Any other questions? Well, ladies, it's time for... Oh, I didn't know this came too. Where did this come from?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
I was wondering why you
That's
didn't
already
pick that one.
ordered. I didn't see. I don't know where the box is with it.
This is coffee. Coffee, yummy coffee.
This is a coffee fat quarter pack. I'll put it on the site. I will work today to get the fat quarters jelly rolls, and She Who Sews won't go up. We'll do that as a deal of the day too. That's not going to go up until I cut my kits. I want to make sure I have all the kits cut, and then we'll put everything. There's going to be a lot of it. And if you guys love it, I can get more of it, and there's other fabrics in that line. But
I think that's it.
yeah, that's it.
Any more questions? This is your last chance.
So we have some exciting classes coming up.
We do. We have the best classes. We do.
Do we have?
Can I
don't
say
you
that?
think?
Can I say that?
I think we have.
We do.
I really, well, you know what? We are heavy into the embroidery Scanica. But Michelle and Donna have been really bringing in some of the quilting and applique. I wish I had more time. I piece that. I don't do a lot of piecing because it takes so long. When I piece that that pillow at top, I had so much fun. I mean, Michelle always calls
fun.
it. What do you call it? She always says she doesn't like.
I don't shred fabric and sew it back together.
I
But
love
I'm not
it.
going to shred it. The Scan and Cut's going to shred it, so all I have to do is sew it. That might be different. We'll see.
I love that, just like the
Hello,
precision
Shannon.
and working on when everything comes together and everything meets. I kind of love that, like, tedious little. I love it. I absolutely love it. So yes, we want to offer more of those classes for you, and we appreciate all of you. Have a great day. Be creative and make something incredible.
Get inspired.
Get inspired, and we will see you tomorrow.
Facebook group for the D. Burris